Hey, everybody. Welcome to No Good Music. We are on show 64.
Yay.
This is Rob.
And this is Matt.
Yeah, I got Matt with me today.
Yeah.
And what you just heard there was a little bit of the song, John, I'm Only Speeding.
Yeah.
By a band, The Violent Hearts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is a new single released on March 21st. And the lead singer, James, he gave us permission to play the song. I have to say that.
Thanks, James. Good stuff.
So who are the Violent Hearts? We have singer James Maddock, bassist Carl, again with the names, Murray, and drummer Aidan Sinclair. And they are from the UK. And think The Clash,
Yes.
The Jam, the Buzzcocks.
Influences.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They formed back in 2014, and they're just like a true punk band that I cannot find a website for this band. Kind of hard to find info, even though I have messaged James on Instagram. But here's a little something. It's from uberrock.co.uk from 2021 to describe the band. Post-punk band The Violent Hearts released a self-titled EP in 2014 and then disappeared into the ether.
For the Ethernet.
Yeah, for the next 7 years.
Yeah.
Ex-Sharks and Computers, that was a band, members, James Maddock, Carl and Aidan, had seemed to come out fighting, rebranded, and ready to rock. Everything and Nothing is the first release for quite some time, so that was the first release in 7 years.
Yeah.
They just released 3 new singles, Burning in the Moonlight, Too Late, and the song we just played called John, I'm Only Speeding. And as you might have maybe have a good ear, I like to think I do, but I kind of hear the Primitives crash.
Yeah. It's fresh. The song is really fresh for me. And what it reminds me of, when I hear the song, I'm thinking like late 80s. I'm thinking like this would be so fresh.
Yeah.
Like it would go right in with what we were listening to in like 1988 and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's fresh. I like it.
Yeah. And some things come around and it's good, fun music. And I mentioned this to James and he said, we love the Primitives.
Yeah. Cool.
So check them out. The Violent Hearts. And I always think of the Violent Femmes and it's ironic because on his page, I don't know, a while ago, he posted about the Violent Femmes.
Oh, that's
so I don't know
unusual.
where they got their name.
Yeah. Don't let the name scare you off. There's no violence in the Femmes or this band.
Yeah.
Excellent. Most excellent.
What? Hey, Matt's honing in on my sound bites or my sound.
Sound effects.
Oh, jeez.
What's that other line there? Oh yeah, I'm coming in on the top line. I just see the other line of recording and stuff. Okay,
so we have our music news brief.
Here it is.
Oh yeah. All right,
reporting from Washington, New Jersey. Music news.
Thank you very much.
Rob, what do you got to start out with?
I wanted to talk about, let's start off with the Beatles.
Yeah,
they're always in the news. We have this new movie coming out. They haven't filmed it yet.
Oh.
But supposedly it's
not coming out soon then.
It's going to be four, I don't know if it's going to be 4 movies or like 4 parts.
Huh.
Each from each of their, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, their perspective.
Yeah.
Or about them. I don't know exactly what it's about.
So each of the parts would be the perspective from that band member. Yeah, that's interesting take. Instead of throwing it all together, you're just looking at what the one person's seeing.
So the cast has been announced, and I like it because they're not, I mean, to me, these are not well-known actors.
Right.
I don't recognize hardly any of them.
Right. And it's better that way. You know, I saw this one movie that flopped, Rob, and it was Oprah Winfrey was God or something. And it's disconcerting. You know, when you have someone, that you know, and they're playing some other, strange character.
Are you talking about The Stand?
Yeah.
Stephen King?
No, I forgot the name of it. The movie was really hyped, and then it flopped. Yeah, it was terrible.
God, It's Me, Margaret. No? Okay.
I actually forget the name of the movie. It was about 8 years ago.
So we got playing Paul, Paul Mescal.
That'll make it easy on the set. Yeah, hey, Paul.
He's in the oh my God. He's in the upcoming Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Gladiator.
What would Paul the Gladiator say to the peasant who is winning in the Colosseum?
Did you say Paul?
Paul.
Wow, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what he would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to be in Gladiator 2, and he was in After Sun, Normal People.
Like me.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, that was the movie.
What?
He was in Normal People.
Yeah. Oh.
John Lennon will be played by Harris Dickinson, British actor. He recently was in Triangle of Sadness and The Iron Claw. Again, 2 movies I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we got Ringo, Barry Cogan. He's an Irish actor, and he was in the Banshees of what are these movies? Inisarian, Saltburn. I've heard of that. I'm afraid to watch it. And Bird. Let's see. George Harrison, played by Charlie Rowe.
Or Rao, right?
Yeah.
Could be Rao. Probably Rao.
Yeah.
Charlie Rao. Charlie was a wanker.
And he was in Rocket Man. He wasn't Elton John. He was music publisher Ray Williams. And yeah, so nothing has been confirmed or denied, it says. So I'm looking forward to that. Let me just give you one more brief thing, and then Matt, give us a story here.
Is that a banana in your hand? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This is my breakfast and lunch. Banana.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do you know that in some Christian colleges they don't let the women eat bananas in public? Did you hear about this?
No.
Yes. It's probably the Latter-day Saints. It's probably the
Because they're phallic?
Yes. Yes. They crack down on them if they cannot eat a banana at the lunchroom. They have to take it home and do what they will with it. Preferably eat it. But no, it's true. I'm not making this shit up. I can't make that up.
You know, the worst thing you want to hear on a podcast is someone eating. Sorry, folks. No, I'm not going to edit that.
And you're not sorry either. Yeah.
So, do you know the band Pretty Reckless?
No.
Okay.
Haven't seen the movie either.
So, of course, I listen to the harder rock.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know Matt doesn't.
Yeah. It's not so hard.
So the lead singer Taylor Momsen. Now she is known for. I mean, maybe this is one of your favorite movies, The Grinch. She played Cindy Lou Who.
Oh.
So she now has a band. She's in her 20s.
And we talked about her before, probably a year or two ago. Yeah.
Maybe. She got bitten by a bat while she was performing.
I did not hear this.
There's video on YouTube. I'm sure our listeners have seen it. I don't know. You see the bat. There's whoever was filming, there's an angle where the bat's flying and lands on her. She had a dress on, but it almost like on her leg, but it was a thin silk dress. Yeah. Like almost like a nightgown. And actually bit her. She didn't realize till after she was done. And now she needs 2 weeks of tetanus shots.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened in Spain.
Wow.
And they're opening for AC/DC.
Wow. Yeah. AC/DC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had not heard of a bat flying down and biting someone. We know the Ozzy incident, but it kind of went the other way.
Well, she was singing, and she noticed, I guess when she finished this, people were pointing, people were yelling, but they were probably speaking in Spanish.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah. And she looked down.
I wish I knew how to say there's a bat on your dress in Spanish.
Yeah. And then these guys come over and start pulling at the bat.
Yeah.
And they get it off of her.
Yeah, I hope they saved it. I hope they didn't. No bats were harmed in the making of this video.
She said it's my new friend, so maybe she kept it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, and she was singing a song, ironically, she was singing a song called Witch. She's like, maybe I really am a witch.
Yeah.
Bats she summoned the bat.
Yes. But only one came. Instead of thousands. Yeah. Well, hey, Steve Miller. not the guy I went to school with down in Virginia, but the singer, songwriter, rocker, is in the news. You might have heard. He hails Eminem, that's Martin Mathers. Is it Martin? Yeah, Eminem. Eminem as a timeless originator.
Okay, I love that.
After
You do it.
Eminem sampled Abracadabra on his new single. Now, I didn't get a chance to listen, so hopefully our listeners know.
I have that on my new releases.
Okay. Houdini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Houdini. Did you get a chance to listen to Houdini?
It's funny I should play Dua Lipa saying that because I have we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa put out a song, I think it was in November, called Houdini.
Okay.
Different, totally different. But he's honing in on, Dua Lipa.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have researched Houdini a little bit more.
Or Dua Lipa. We have to say Dua Lipa.
But Abracadabra, the song that we know so well from, I'm going to guess, early 80s by Steve Miller Band. It's the main hook and chorus in Eminem's latest single, Houdini. It's from his latest upcoming album, his 12th album. Did you know that Eminem had 12 albums? No. It's The Death of Slim Shady. So, Miller says, quote, "There is a long chain of stories, poetry, lyrics, and musical roots that have crossed cultures and generations, inspiring the whole world for hundreds of years. And in all those lines of thought, music, and rhythm, there are special artists who take it all in and create new original ideas."
Who said
End
this?
quote. Steve Miller is saying this of Eminem. He is.
Oh, yeah, I saw him.
He's hailing the one and only great Eminem.
I actually like this. I never liked Abracadabra.
No,
but I like the Eminem version.
No, if I was a Steve Miller fan back in the late 70s. Had two albums. Yeah. The Best of, another one, and the stuff rocks, but not Abracadabra. That was probably the beginning of his end in popularity. Think about it. What came out after Abracadabra? It's by Steve Miller. So
I like the other song, The Joker. So
The Joker, yeah.
Band on the Run. No, that was Paul McCartney.
Paul, did you say?
Wow, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, jeez. Okay.
I share something with Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah, my initials. I'm Eminem.
Yeah.
So if I was a rapper, I would be Eminem. Have you seen on TikTok, to close out this news of one Eminem? Did you see the guy who is doing Eminem and he's rapping about things in daily life?
No.
He's at the gas pump. He's rapping about the prices. It's hilarious.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I just came across something.
Yeah, I
thought I sent. You sent to me.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Okay,
yeah. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I have a couple more. Jane's Addiction will begin a new tour. I don't know if there's any Jane's Addiction fans out there, but, with original members, and they debuted a new song, which I didn't have time to listen to, Imminent Redemption. So check that out.
I'm trying to find my other news article. I'm not done with the news, by the way. That was just on that one. I can't find my news article on Nickelback.
Nickelback? We're not talking about Nickelback.
I'm going to talk about it. I can't find it.
I don't know if you heard, but Millie Bobby Brown, which Matt probably doesn't know who that is.
I barely know who that is.
She was on Stranger Things, which was huge.
Yeah.
And
is it Bobby Brown's daughter?
No.
Okay, never mind.
She's English.
Okay.
She married Jake Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi?
Son of Bon Jovi.
Son of a Bon.
You truly think it's the love story of the century?
Dr. Phil's here. Come from. So they've been a couple since 2021. And I ask, are they living in New Jersey or living on a prayer?
Yes.
Jake said to Millie on the wedding day, "I'll be there for you." When asked for a comment, Millie said, "It's my life," and she started to run away. When we asked Jake how he got such a beautiful woman to marry him, he replied, "It's the story of my life." He is a good-looking guy.
Yeah. I have to use that line. It's the story of my life. Yeah. Yes.
And they must have partied too hard at the wedding reception because they were both feeling a little sick the next day and blamed it on bad medicine. Okay.
Come on, where's the crash? Where's the cymbal crash? Bon Jovi. So,
it is as real as it gets.
Oh, jeez. Whoa, Bon Jovi there.
Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi.
Okay, do you have any more?
Yeah, so we interviewed probably a year or two, we interviewed the Orlando, Florida singer-songwriter rocker Francesca Tarantino, and she was born in Lehigh Valley, which you lived there for years, and I'm living there now, and moved to Florida. And so she was only 15, I think, when we interviewed her, and she's probably 16. She's getting close to 17.
Yeah,
she has a couple singles out, and it's not really recent news, but for those of you who are just hearing her name for the first time, she's a young woman to watch.
One of the new songs is Tragedy.
Yeah. So she had Tragedy and also the other single late last year. But she's number one in this is called a global multi-format indie artist discovery platform. That's a mouthful, and it's eBreak Music. Okay. So her single Tragedy is number one on that service, and so it's something. And she's really doing a lot. She's playing often. Like if you see, she'll be playing coffee shops, bars, nightclubs and stuff, being only 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And just really out there. She played just recently at sang the national anthem for let me see if I can find it here.
It was a baseball team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the
Marlins.
The Marlins, and then another at the opening of a basketball game as well. So she's really getting out there. She's got a great voice, and I think it's so interesting. It reminds me a lot of my niece, who raised on hard rock, the Kiss and Thin Lizzy. She's a rocker. You can just tell that she's a rocker.
Yeah,
she's raised on rock.
Yeah, she loves Kiss.
Yeah.
Because every time I post Dynasty the other day, she's always commenting on the Kiss stuff, and she's got great ambition. Her father's a good. I think he teaches her some stuff on guitar, but she also has a guitar teacher.
I think he laid a lot of the groundwork, and now he's watching her grow, watching her go, and supporting her all the way. The couple latest posts, one is she's wearing a Green Day shirt, and the comment is, "I don't have a Green Day song in my set list yet." So that was pretty cool. And she goes into this tunnel.
Yes, Tunnel Tuesdays.
Tunnel Tuesdays,
yes.
Great. And I think the latest one is her a cappella full vocals with Black Sabbath's War Pigs. Yeah. It's like, okay, this is War Pigs. I know this song, Yeah,
you have to check her out.
Yeah.
Francesca.
It's probably Francesca.
Yeah. Tarantino. Look her up on Instagram. She posts all the time, and she'll post. She always has a busy month performing at. She'll perform at bars,
lots of places.
Even.
Yeah.
Not like hole in the wall bars, but where they have food and like a restaurant type. And I did see a video the other night. It was her and I don't know if it was her father or her guitar teacher. I assume it was her father, but she was doing a guitar solo.
Yes, I saw that one.
I forget what it was, what the guitar solo was. Could have been Led Zeppelin or something like that.
Was it My Guitar Gently Weeps? No. Beatles. Going back. I'm just trying to go back to the Beatles. It's all my whole life is I'm trying to go back to the Beatles.
It was either Allman Brothers or like a good guitar. Yeah. Like familiar guitar solo. Yeah. I'm
going to mention her every couple of years because you guys will hear of her.
So I got some news on Elvis. No, he's not back. Like Slim Shady, like Eminem.
The death of Slim Shady.
What's in my bag, bro? Anyway, some scammers, they tried to auction off Graceland. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, no.
What?
I put in a bid for Graceland. It was a scam. I almost got it.
Yeah. Well, there's a bogus company by the name of Nasani Investments and Private Lending, LLC. Sounds pretty official.
Yeah.
They claimed that Lisa Marie Presley, the late Lisa Marie, had borrowed $3.8 million from it using Graceland as collateral. Now, they emailed the Times, and the writer described the foreclosure effort not as a legitimate attempt to collect on a debt, but a scam. He actually admitted they don't know who this person is or where they came from.
Yeah.
But Riley Keough, who is Lisa's daughter, she's now, I don't say owns Graceland, but she's one of the, what do you call it, in the estate.
Beneficiaries. Maybe.
Yeah, she has a percentage of Graceland. So she fought this. She actually, I think, went to court and nobody showed up from the other side. So they knew it was, I think they knew from the beginning.
That would be wild, being court, and then when shows up on the other side.
Yeah. That kind of does it for my music news.
Yeah, I just want to mention a great show that we went to see weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Kingfish, officially known as Christone Kingfish Ingram, he headlined, and he was backed up by a guy named Dylan Triplett. Yeah, it was a great show. First of all, it was at Penn's Peak.
Yes.
Never
been there before.
Yeah, our first time there.
I don't think it was. So it was Matt and me and our friend Tim, and I don't think none of us had been there.
Right. So my brother mentioned it because he'd been there years ago. It was called something else. I just forgot. But it's obviously that
it was called Peaks Penn. No, I'm sorry.
So it was obviously an older building back then because this was all new construction. It is really classy. It's all in exposed wood.
I didn't know that because I would see I think I would see posts of concerts and I had a totally different idea of the place. I thought it would be huge. I thought it was outdoor. Yeah, totally.
They have 2 decks where you're hanging out outdoor with an awesome view for dozens of miles. Yeah.
Jeremy's parents were just there.
Oh.
They were at Roadie's, where there's a great restaurant there, and you can sit outside and look at the mountains.
So if you know Jim Thorpe, this is not at the river at the Lehigh or in historic Jim Thorpe, like the Opera House and everything. This is all the way east and uphill and up on a mountaintop east of Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, great view of the mountains.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. We've been wanting to see Kingfish for a while. I mean, blues all the way, blues rock. Rob, you said he's the next B.B. King. I mean, he
reminds me of B.B. King.
I felt it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think he's like 26, 27.
Yeah.
I posted some photos, and I just noticed the other day the guitar tech for Kingfish liked, and I looked him up on Instagram. Unfortunately, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he's also the guitar tech for Buddy Guy.
Oh, wow.
This guy.
Yeah.
And he seemed like a young guy, but that was kind of cool.
One of Kingfish's lyrics is his grandma told me, my grandma told me, son, you've been this way before. You've been this, you've been here before. You're an old soul. And I think she uses that term too. When he hit the scene and he's headlining Blues Fest, a couple years ago, he's 20 couple, it's amazing. So he put on a great show.
Yeah.
Excellent show. Bass, along with him playing his guitar and loving it like Lucille, you got a bass player, you got drums, and awesome guy playing keys. Just excellent, top notch.
So at one point, Tim and I, we were standing. It's cool. You walk in, you can stand on the sides. And then, but in the middle are seats
with standing room up front.
Yeah, and it's kind of sunken down a little bit, or you can stand in the back.
And it being sunken down, the whole walkway all the way around that's U-shaped is all above. It's all about a person height above everybody else. Yeah.
So at one point, I mean, Matt was sitting because he's old. And,
I can only stand for 10 minutes.
So I'm standing there, and we hear the guitar. We don't see Kingfish. I think they took a break maybe or something. And he's up on the balcony.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the woman standing next to me, I was watching her, and she had her cell phone out, and she was filming the stage. And I tapped her on the shoulder and pointed. She didn't even know he was up on the balcony.
Well, I thought it was backstage. I don't know.
She actually
taking a rest or something.
Thanked me after. So.
So also opening up for him, Dylan Triplett from New Orleans, from the Louisiana area.
Is he a triplet?
Yeah. Awesome band backing him up too. Really, really amazing. I think that Dylan Triplett. Dylan Triplett, okay. I believe. If it's not Dylan, it's some other like Daryl. No, I think it's Dylan. So just look up Triplett.
There's other brother Daryl.
He is a triplet. Yeah. Awesome blues rock. And check him out. And if you don't know Kingfish, check out songs like 662 and that album.
Oh, I love 662. Yeah. That's such a great song.
And he does a song which is with Keb Mo, and they sing together. And that song's a classic. Check out Keb Mo and Kingfish singing together.
So what's funny is after Dylan was done, he was at the merch table. And I didn't buy anything.
Yeah.
But I had to go to the bathroom, so I walk by. I see him. He's not really talking to anyone, but he's standing there. And I look at it and I go, "Great set, man!" And we fist bump. So that's what it's all about. Yeah. It's like the connection.
And when Kingfish was on, and I was sitting down, I looked back at you guys, and the whole band was between you and me. I didn't know if you knew the whole band was standing in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were all there, yeah. And they were psyched. They were into it. They were so supportive.
It was a great
They
time.
were so supportive of Kingfish and his band, and it was awesome. Awesome show.
And another $30 concert. So.
Yeah.
So next up, we have album anniversaries, as always.
Yes.
So we have albums turning 50, 40, and 30.
Okay.
And these
all older than us.
Yeah.
I mean, younger than us.
And we're talking about July next month. So I always figure, so you have time if you want to schedule your listening, like I do. Very meticulous with, I got to stop buying vinyl, though. Because sometimes I'll see something's coming up and I'll buy the vinyl and I don't need any more vinyl. Right?
Yeah, and it's not cheap either, I hear.
Yeah. I just listened to Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. And I love Bruce, like Matt and I love Bruce. Yeah. And I've listened to some of his newer stuff probably more. But I haven't listened to Born in the USA in a long time.
I haven't, honestly, yeah.
And it's honestly an incredible album.
Wow.
I mean, you had like 7 top 10 songs off the thing.
Right. Now, for some of us, I can't listen to it anymore because it was too overplayed.
Yeah.
You know, certain songs.
Born in the USA, I don't like.
Yeah.
I still like Cover Me.
Yeah, good.
I think My Hometown, which it ends with, is just a great song.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're at July 1974.
Taking me back.
I remember it well.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, we were 8.
Yeah. Music news. July 19th to 21st, the Ozark Music Festival is held in Sedalia, Missouri. Missouri.
Never
been there.
Locals say Missouri.
With a crowd estimated. The estimator didn't do a good job because it's between 100,000 and 350,000 people.
Yeah, give or take a couple 100,000.
Yeah. He probably got fired.
So what about this show here? What's
Oh, I don't have anything else.
Oh, okay, but
We can just make up stuff.
Yeah.
July 20th, the first Nebworth concert is held in England.
What? Nebworth?
Now, I can tell you.
Nebworth. You said Nebworth.
Kneb, Worth. It's in England.
Okay.
And I can tell you it was headlined by the Allman Brothers Band. July 29th, having performed at 2 sold-out concerts at the London Palladium, Mama Cass Elliot. Oh, this is sad news. Sorry. I was on an upbeat.
Let's bring it down here. Let's bring it down.
Like Casey Kasem.
Yeah, let's bring it down. Can we bring it down a little bit?
This is Casey Kasem.
Where's the bring it down? That's not it.
Mama Cass. Come on, we're serious here. Anyway,
trying to find the right one. That ain't it. That's not it.
I don't want to be any part of that.
Okay. So Mama Cass Elliot dies in her sleep after suffering a heart attack in a Mayfair flat in London. She was 32 years old.
So wait, Mama Cass was only 32?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she did not choke on a ham sandwich, which a lot of people have reported. It was a
pastrami and turkey on rye.
Okay. Rest in peace. Neil Peart.
Yes.
Neil Peart. We've been saying it wrong all these years.
Is it Part?
It's Part or something like that. Yeah.
Part.
Officially joins Rush.
Yeah.
And that was 1974.
They needed to get a whole nother rig to haul his drum set. But yeah, add that on.
No, I thought you were going to talk about Mama Cass.
No, we're Neil
They
Peart.
need a whole new rig. Look, we're still making Mama Cass jokes after all these years. It's sad. See, I have the soundboard, and Matt has his little.
I know, but
he needs his own soundboard.
But you've got Phil on yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So album releases July 74. Eric Clapton, 461 Ocean Boulevard. I have this on CD.
Yeah, I never owned that.
Second solo studio album, only a second. It was released by RSO Records after the record company released the hit single I Shot the Sheriff early in the month. And the album topped various international charts and sold more than 2 million copies. This was Clapton's return to the recording studio after a 3-year hiatus due to his heroin addiction. So can you imagine you record one album and then...
And you get the money, you put it into
where'd you
drugs.
go?
You shoot it up or whatever you do with heroin. Yeah. Wow.
Now, the title refers to the address on Ocean Boulevard in Golden Beach, Florida, where Clapton lived while recording the album. And the street address of the house, I know this isn't important, was changed after the album's release.
Yeah.
Probably so people won't go there.
It's kind of like calling 8675309. Yeah.
After overcoming his heroin addiction, Clapton realized that he had wasted 3 years of his life, stating he had not done anything other than watch television and get out of shape.
Wow.
When Clapton sought help working on a farm, he began to listen to a lot of new music, and old blues records he had brought with him started to play again.
Yeah.
Even writing whole songs out of a simple idea. With these song ideas in mind, Clapton was given a demo tape by Carl Radle, the former bassist of Derek and the Dominoes, which was Eric was part of, with songs performed by Radle with keyboardist Dick Sims and drummer Jamie Oldaker. Clapton liked the recordings, calling them simply superb. So when Clapton set to work on the tracks for the upcoming studio release, he wanted to leave his songs as incomplete as possible so that the musicians who were going to record with Clapton in the studio would get the chance to make them their own. Yeah, which is great.
That's good. It's thoughtful for the process to not be getting into some of the details.
There's a lot of good songs in there. We got Motherless Children, Willie and the Hand Jive, by Johnny Otis. There's a song by Eric Clapton and Yvonne Elliman. She was on, I've talked about it before, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Yeah. I think it was If I Can't Have You.
Oh, yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah, it is a good one.
So we got I Shot the Sheriff by Bob Marley, Let It Grow. I like that song. And in Clapton's 2007 autobiography, he recalls that he was very pleased with the song's lyrics and instrumental parts of Let It Grow, which he had written himself, although music critics and also Clapton noted that the melody and chord progression is nearly the same as Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven.
You think that's kind of subconscious? You think he just kind of... It's back in there, and you like it, and it just comes out in your writing. Yeah. I think there's a lot of that can happen.
And this is one of Clapton's most successful commercial releases, reaching the top 10 in 8 countries, peaked at number 1 in 3 territories, including Canada and the United States. Rolling Stone placed this at number 411 on its 2012 list of the 500 greatest albums of all time.
And this was 1974, is that correct?
Yeah. Now, this is a book that I'm interested in. I didn't even know about this. There's a book by Robert Dimery called 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die. So I might check that out. Yeah. But this album was in that book.
It's a lot of albums. I was thinking 101, but 1001.
Well, I'm up to over 500 now. Vinyl.
Oh, that's good. And you do listen to them. You don't just collect them. Yeah. You don't just have them all lined up on behind you in the studio or anything.
Some, like I was telling Matt before, I'll pull out and I never opened this one. I didn't listen to it yet.
It's a nice surprise.
Yeah. Let's see. We have one more from 74, and it's Elvis, of course.
Yeah.
I was going to play the soundbite now. Recorded live on stage in Memphis. And it was recorded March 20th, 1974 at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. And the cover features a photograph of Graceland before it was sold off, auctioned off. No, I'm just kidding.
I tried. I had a bid in.
Elvis earned his 3rd Grammy for this album's performance. For his performance of How Great Thou Art.
Wow. So this is when they're getting away with classic hymns.
Yeah.
In rock and pop. That's fascinating for some of our younger listeners to consider that he got a Grammy for How Great Thou Art.
Yeah, I don't know what category that was in.
Yeah.
If they
could be probably gospel. Yeah, I think back then they said gospel.
Oh, yeah, gospel.
Yeah, so it goes from rock and, of course, pop, but yeah.
Gospel gets a bad rap, We don't... How many people talk about gospel?
Gospel's not
They'll
talking
do a whole
about
podcast on gospel music.
Yeah. The listeners would be down. when I say down, I don't mean down as in the 2000s kind of definition of down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down with that. Yo, I'm down with that.
And this was the last live album to be issued in his lifetime.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Elvis passed away in 1977, 3 years later.
He did?
He was last seen in Blacksburg, Virginia. Remember that?
Yeah.
You and I were on a road
Oh,
trip.
we'll tell that story.
What's
another
that?
time.
Oh, another time. Okay. Yeah. We were on a road trip. I'm telling it now.
Okay.
We were on a road trip, and we were heading down. Me and you were driving from Jersey to Florida.
Yeah.
And I had the Weekly World News or whatever that tabloid magazine was. It's a junk. It's all fake
Did you
news.
take it from someone else's room?
No, I bought that. I had something to read.
Okay.
I had something to read. We don't have any phones or electronics in the car. You know, and one of the articles was Elvis spotted in Blacksburg, Virginia. We're driving through Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we might have been near Blacksburg.
Yeah.
Right?
But we did not see him.
Yeah, we were looking for him.
Yeah.
Because Elvis is everywhere.
Elvis is everywhere.
Okay, now we're up to 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Music news: the last original member of Menudo, Ricky Melendez, leaves the group and is replaced by Ricky Martin.
Wow. They replaced Ricky with Ricky?
Yeah, Livin' La Vida Loca.
Livin' La Vida.
On July 14th, Eddie Van Halen makes a special guest appearance at a concert by the Jacksons in Dallas, Texas, playing the guitar solo for Beat It.
The
Live.
Jacksons? You mean like as in the Jacksons? They were five, and then they were the Jacksons.
Yeah, and we're actually got more on the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Album releases, July 2nd, The Jacksons' Victory. I kind of remember this when Michael joined the Jacksons again after a long time.
You know, I blocked that out of my memory. I do not remember that. Michael came back and...
Yeah, they recorded an album. They did a full tour with Michael.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And it's called Victory.
Yeah, Victory.
Yeah.
15th studio album. This was in 84.
Are these all the brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the females...
Tito, Taco.
But it wasn't LaToya and Janet? I mean, they were doing something else? Did they join them? That's what I'm wondering. Because it's the Jacksons.
Don't forget Reby.
Tito.
There's
Well, I'll have to research that. Because, like, how many Jacksons were there when they were just...
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Got it.
Well, the album is the only album to include all 6 Jackson brothers.
Oh.
Let's see if we have their names.
So by this time, Michael was in his 20s. He'd be mid 20s or something.
Yeah. Can you name all the brothers?
No, I cannot. I'd like to hear it though. I think our listeners really need to hear all the names of the Jacksons.
Okay.
Peter.
To our listeners, can you name all the Jacksons?
I'm going to say Peter.
There's no P. That was the Brady Bunch.
Peter Jackson.
Well, of course, we got Michael.
Mm-hmm.
We got Marlon. We've got Jermaine.
Yes.
Tito.
Mm-hmm.
Randy.
Randy. No, come on. Are you serious?
Randy.
See, I knew Jerome and Tito.
Yeah.
Randy.
And Jackie. Jackie Jackson.
Jackie Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what? No, listen. I'm serious.
I think he was on Seinfeld as a lawyer, wasn't he?
I bet his middle name is something like John. Jackie J. Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had 2 sisters. No, they had 3 sisters.
Okay, well, I said LaToya and...
Yeah, we always forget about LaToya.
LaToya and Janet.
Yeah, and Reby. I wasn't making that up.
I thought you were making it up.
Yeah, Reby. Yeah. But
let's name our next daughter Reby.
So get this, none of the songs from this album were performed on the tour.
Curious.
And Michael Jackson had recently released, it says, the world's all-time best-selling album, Thriller.
Yeah.
Well, that was in 82.
Mm-hmm.
Now, shortly after the tour, Michael and Marlon quit the group. So Michael was not... I guess you were lucky to see all of them together. Yeah. I don't know how many shows they did.
Do you know this is the first time I've ever heard the name Marlon? Brother Marlon?
Yeah.
He's like a bodyguard, probably.
What's he doing now?
No, he was probably Michael's bodyguard or agent or something.
Yeah. He's telling people Michael Jackson was his brother, and they're like, yeah, right. Jermaine, Tito, Randy, and Jackie continued as the Jacksons. They released one more album.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see, Janet and Reby were on that album.
Mm-hmm.
And then they split up. And Tito's whereabouts I have here are not known as of today.
Wow.
I could not find-
Did you make that up?
Yeah, I just put that in. What?
If you didn't, if you didn't laugh, I was gonna believe you on that one.
Come on, do you know where? You don't know where he is.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your Tito is?
So next, July 16th, we've got Neil Diamond, Primitive.
You bet your balls it's Neil Diamond.
That's right.
Bet something.
Like the last 15 previous Neil Diamond albums, this one was also about his sexual escapades.
He does like to talk about it, doesn't he?
And I think there was a TV show in the 70s, and it was also about his penis again.
Some
This is in Wikipedia.
No, listen. Some people like to wear their heart on their sleeve.
Yeah.
He wears his dick on his sleeve.
This is on Wikipedia. Wikipedia. No.
Wikipedia.
There were this.
If listeners, if you don't know about Neil Diamond and his affinity for talking about his sexual escapades, I encourage you to
That was a good
research
TV
it.
show. My parents wouldn't let me watch that in the 70s. Sexual escapades. It was like the ice capades.
That was my three sons, not my sexual escapades.
Ice capades? Escapades. Okay.
So Neil.
Yeah. The singles Turn Around and
Oh, there you go.
And-
Listen, we can take this. Turn around.
Yeah. Sleep With Me Tonight.
No, you're making it up.
No.
Come on.
You Make It Feel Like Christmas. I don't know what he's talking
Oh.
That one's about his penis.
Oh.
They reach number 4, 24, and 28. Respectfully.
Is there really one Sleep With Me Tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not making...
Now listen, think about it. This is the mid-70s, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all... When we did the themes, when we did Yacht Rock,
Yeah.
you know, it's about sex and relationships, like almost all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
And it was on the adult contemporary singles chart.
Yeah, adult coloring books came later. Yeah.
Yeah. Cashbox described Turnaround as a swelling...
You're kidding me.
No. Heart grabber with deft instrumentation to match its emotional lyric. Nice.
Yeah.
Something's... Oh, no. Where is Neil Diamond? We haven't
Richard.
heard. What's going on with Neil Diamond? He's not in a home, is he?
Richard. Ah, swelling and deft.
You bet your balls it's Neil Diamond.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
We're having fun here.
Yes.
Okay, we're July 1994.
Okay.
Music news.
Mm-hmm.
July 12th to 16th, the Yo-Yo A Go-Go Punk and Indie Rock Festival opens in Olympia, Washington.
I've not heard of it.
And I do not know anything else.
Yo-Yo A Go-Go.
Yeah.
If anybody was there or knows anything about it, please contact us.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about the Yo-Yo A Go-Go.
That's the only news from then.
Yeah.
Not much going on. Now, albums, July 1994. We have a monumental debut.
Yeah, I wish I could guess it. Monumental 94.
The Dolphins Made Him Cry.
Oh, yes. I only want to be with you.
Yeah. Cracked Rear View. The debut studio album by Hootie and the Blowfish.
Do you know that I could not have named Cracked Rear View as the album?
Yeah, I know.
For my life, I could not have done that.
I didn't know I had a name. So it eventually became one of the highest selling albums in the United States.
Good for them.
Sold over 200 million. Don Gaiman was chosen by A&R man Tim Summer as a producer because of his previous work with John Mellencamp and REM.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we don't have what the album cost.
Yeah.
But this is in here. It cost $200,000 to make, it says.
Wow. It's low.
Yeah. It's their most successful album. Reached number 1 on the Billboard 205 times over the course of 1995. It was the best-selling album in 1995 in the United States, selling 7 million then.
I was too busy getting married. Yeah. I don't remember that timeline. Wow.
The album has been certified 21 times platinum as of 2018.
Wow.
Critical reviews of Cracked Rear View were mostly positive. AllMusic's Stephen Thomas Erlewine crowned the album as the success story of 1994-95.
Mm-hmm.
He also stated, although Hootie and the Blowfish aren't innovative, they deliver the goods, turning out an album of solid, rootsy folk rock songs that have simple, powerful hooks.
I'd have to agree with that. Yeah. While they're not so innovative as some others. Yeah.
Now, the one line I just mentioned is "The Dolphins Make Me Cry."
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I not till recently did I realize he's not talking about
football team.
Well, he's not talking about the what is it? Aquatic mammal.
Yeah.
He's talking about the football team.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God, you got me on that one.
Yeah. I always thought it was about did he see a dolphin and he'd start crying
My jaws dropped.
because he loved dolphins. No, it's the football team. It's just like
No.
and it's just like Steely Dan
Yeah.
with the crimson red.
Yeah.
He's talking about who?
Yeah.
you know,
Wait. Crimson
Tide.
Tide. Yeah. The Crimson Tide. Yeah. No, I really thought that he had this affinity for mammals underwater, and they made him cry. I really did. I thought it was the dolphins.
Yeah.
Wow. You learn something new every day.
And this I found interesting is that the song "I Only Want to Be With You."
Mm-hmm.
So one of the verses of the song describes putting on a little Dylan, and there was also references. He references songs on Bob Dylan's "Blood on the Tracks," and he's quoting extensively from "Idiot Wind." The song also mentions "Tangled Up in Blue."
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to Darius Rucker, Dylan's management were aware of the lyrics and had no problem with them.
Mm-hmm.
However, when the song became a hit, they objected. You know, I like Bob Dylan, but this is just, I think this is just rotten.
But they were, let me stop you for a second. So they were not liking his mention of certain lyrics and words?
Well, he took lyrics from some Dylan songs.
Okay.
Not the music, but the lyrics.
Yeah.
He put into his own lyrics.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were able to do that, honestly.
Bob Dylan's management, or Bob Dylan, sued, and he got $350,000. I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't seem right just because Darius decided to use these words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shouldn't it be an honor? I mean, think about this. Shouldn't it be an honor for someone to... Well, I just got done talking about it. Steve Miller.
Yeah.
Steve Miller's like, I honor you, Eminem, for your creativity and employing my song Abracadabra in Houdini.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. You could say, you've used my words.
I think Eminem, I think they worked out something because he uses the song. Like,
Right.
it's not just a little sample or anything.
Okay, yeah. So they got a business agreement on it. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
But Bob Dylan, his management said they were okay with it, but of course it sounds like they didn't get anything in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you know, where you can't sue us if this becomes a hit sort of thing.
And
But you never know when you're going in. Is this album going to take off?
You don't
Is
know.
it-
Especially a lower budget album for all the money they made. Yeah.
Is it going to be in the bargain bin with Corey Feldman's greatest hits or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, July 11th, Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
This is their 24th studio album.
Wow.
And in their first release under their new alliance with Virgin Records, it ended a 5-year gap since their last studio album, Steel Wheels, in '89.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the band's first album without their original bassist, Bill Wyman. He left the band in early '91. In 2009, the album was remastered and reissued by Universal Music. The album sold well, reaching either gold or platinum status in several countries, but it did fail to produce a U.S. top 40 hit. The song Love is Strong did peak at number 14. You Got Me Rockin' peaked at number 23. The album received some good reviews, won the inaugural Grammy Award for Best Rock Album in 1995. And then part of the Keith Richards song Through and Through are woven throughout the HBO television series The Sopranos second season. Mm-hmm. And then we have 2 forgettable albums.
2 what? Forgettable album.
Yeah, forgettable. Like forgettable, but not forgotten.
Yes.
Forgettable.
Yeah. We should do a whole show and never mind.
So Steve Perry, Love Journey.
Yeah.
First solo album was great. Oh, Sherry.
Yeah.
But what happened? The second album just tanked.
Mm-hmm.
For the Love of Strange Medicine. Does anyone remember Steve Perry's second album?
That is the first time I've heard that phrase in my entire life. Yeah.
Steve Perry did put out a Christmas album a couple of years ago, believe it or not.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
You are an aficionado of Christmas albums.
Yeah, I love. Yeah, I was Well, I don't really buy.
You and our friend from Bath.
Every year I'd buy a couple CD, but now I don't. I just listen to them now.
There's only so many you can have, isn't there? Isn't there a limit on Christmas albums?
I did buy the Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist Christmas album recently. I think I listened to it even though it wasn't Christmas, but there's a couple non-Christmas songs in there. But I had her sign it when I met her, so that's why
that is
thought
cool.
I'd get an album signed.
Yeah.
And then we have Sir Mix-a-Lot's 4th album. Do you remember that? Chief Bootnaka?
Chief Bootnaka. No, I do not.
And
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember his hit?
Boy!
No,
No.
that's Flavor Flav.
Okay. No, I don't remember. No.
So the album before this was Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy.
And it produced a classic song, Baby's Got Back.
Baby's Got Back.
Yeah.
Our listeners, if you don't know about Baby's Got Back.
Yeah, look that one up.
Look that one up,
kids.
Look that one.
Okay,
Now,
now
wait a second. On TikTok, there's a guy who mashes up music. He puts lyrics from one song to the music to the other.
Oh, there I ruin that?
Yeah. I'll ruin this song for you.
Yeah.
But it's Baby's Got Back. It's the lyrics Baby's Got Back to another song mashup, and you got to check it out.
Oh, the mashups, okay.
Yeah.
Because there is a guy that takes vocals from one.
No, that's what I'm talking about. It's not a mashup. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
He takes the lyrics. Well, this is the lyrics. I don't think it's the vocals, the authentic vocals, but maybe it is.
And then there's the AI stuff, which is actually quickly getting a lot better.
Right.
Because someone, I think if you go on YouTube or TikTok probably, there's something called banned music. And it has an album cover like it was from the 40s or 50s.
Oh.
And I don't know whose voice they're using. It's different.
Okay, that's banned, BANNED.
Yeah.
Banned, okay.
And they are so explicit. But it sounds like it's from like the 40s or 50s.
That's great.
Yeah. And I won't even mention.
So that's more explicit than the song Brand New Key, where they talk about a key and a...
Yeah.
Okay.
But the vocal, everything, it sounds like it's a real song.
Yeah. And this is the benefits of AI, the humor there. I mean, that's good. Yeah. What happens when we really can't tell, though? I don't know.
Well, that's what the artists need to, some artists are banding together to stop people using their voices. And the most recent, I think she's a singer too, someone who I love, is Scarlett Johansson. Some company wanted to use her voice for, I don't know if it was an app. And,
I did hear about this.
And they actually approached her and she said, no, I said, pass or whatever. And they got someone, they either got someone that sounds like her or they...
You could get someone that sounds like her and then auto-tune it.
Yeah.
And alter the voice of someone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they put a pause on whatever this app because she's suing them or she's telling them they need to stop because it sounds just like her.
Wow.
And she, you don't want to represent a company that you don't want to represent. And people think that you're contributing.
Right.
So next up, we have new album releases.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash. He's got a new album coming out.
Did not know.
Yeah. He's still pumping them out. Called Songwriter. And I did talk about one of the songs that takes place in a laundromat. Yeah. And he follows this chick home.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. Yeah.
I thought he was a stalker, but they eventually, I think they get married.
He just wanted to return her panties?
I don't know, yeah. Or he was missing a t-shirt or something. I don't know.
Baby's got shirt.
Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, who I like, south of here. They have a new album coming out June 28th.
I have to check that out. Yeah.
Now, this is a band I haven't heard of in a long time. They're called Travis. They're a 90s band from Glasgow, Scotland.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah. They have an album coming out July 12th, LA Times. I have here Fun Rock in the vein of Train. The vein of Train. Yeah.
That's the hometown of Simple Minds, Glasgow.
Okay. Verging on what I call anthem bands. like Arcade Fire, Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Where you picture their songs, in a stadium.
Yeah, 2 million people singing along to
kicking
them.
around a soccer ball.
Yeah,
or something. Yeah. July 19th, here's a band we haven't heard of in a while, Deep Purple. Believe it or not, Deep Purple is still around.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's called...
interesting. Is there one live member still? I mean, I'm just wondering.
I don't know if I have that in here.
Have to look that up, yeah. But Deep Purple, yes.
Yeah. Equal One, it's called. It's their 23rd album. Now, Equal One symbolizes the idea that in a world growing ever more complex, everything eventually simplifies down to a single, unified essence. Everything equals one.
Philosophical.
Now, back in April, I read that its full meaning will be revealed in the coming weeks. I don't know. I couldn't find anything. It says, with the artwork also playing its part, fans have already been speculating after mysterious equations and depictions of multiverses appearing in London, Paris, and Berlin. They've been speculating. Doesn't know what they're speculating.
Yeah.
And it also says I'm confused with this, with 3 consecutive #1 albums in their back pocket. #1, where are these #1 albums?
Yeah, I don't know.
In the UK?
#1 in their own mind.
Yeah.
Were they bigger in the UK than the US? It's very possible.
I always think the UK is more eclectic. I think the US is just, all I see is dance and rap and pop. We don't get into folk. And I mean, you can go on Apple Music and they have folk, music lists and all that.
Right. And so if you travel, let's just take any genre like folk, you can travel and see festivals and stuff. But as a percentage, because we have 330 million people here, as a percentage, it's smaller. Yeah. People aren't into this and that. It's interesting.
I want to mention a radio station that I always heard about.
K-Rock.
WDHA. They're in New Jersey. I'm not sure where. But I've been listening to them, and they're more hard rock. They're going to play. They actually play really hard band like Hailstorm. I heard the Pretty Reckless on there. But they also play new stuff, which... we used to listen to Z95, and I always said, isn't there a station that plays old and new still?
Yeah.
Instead of, like Sirius Radio. Well, WDHA, you can stream it. I heard the new Ozzy song. I didn't even know there was a new Ozzy song.
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. And it's Ozzy, and it's a really good song. It's not like, it's kind of a smooth Ozzy song. I forget what it's called, but... Steve Stevens is on guitar, and Steve Stevens is Billy Idol's guitarist. He's been his guitarist for a long time. And so WDHA, check them out. They also do concerts. They and the one woman I listened to in the lunch hour, her name's Terry. She's interviewed a lot of big musicians. So you can also see her interviews. I think if you go on YouTube or go on the website, it's a great radio station.
Yeah,
they're so into rock and so into new music too.
Yeah, I've got to check that out.
They sponsor concerts,
and it's in New Jersey. They're New Jersey based.
But nowadays you can stream anything from anywhere.
Yeah.
So back to Deep Purple. There's a new single called Portable Door, and I love that. This song is great. It's straight out of the 70s. Incredible guitar work on this. Now I did notice the vocals are a little bit weak. Now, the lead vocalist is Steve Morse since 1994. He was in Kansas.
I heard the name, yeah.
But they changed the lead vocalist. His name's Ian Gillan. He's vocals, percussion, and harmonica. But Steve Morse had the stronger voice. I did a little research. Now, Simon McBride, he is the guitarist on the new album. And he's only been with them since April 2022. Steve Morse was also the guitarist, so he's filled in for him. So they actually split up. I guess Steve was guitarist and singer since 94. Left the band. They got this other guy as the singer, percussion, and then they got another guitarist who was incredible.
Yeah,
Simon McBride. I don't have anything on him. July 26th, another one, Pat Metheny.
Yeah,
55th album. Wow. Called Moondial. So check that. I don't have anything on that.
Yeah.
That comes out July 26th. Now, this is something new, is soundtrack releases. We don't talk hardly anything about soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie called The Dead Don't Hurt. It's a Western movie, written, directed, produced, and starring Viggo Mortensen. Now, Viggo, mostly known for his role as Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings movies. Now, there's 24 songs on this. It's an original score. I listened to the whole thing. Once in a while, I like to listen to movie soundtracks. You know, no vocals.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. It was composed by Mortensen. He produced the movie, directed it, starred in it, and also composed the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The movie follows two pioneers in the American West as they embark on a life journey fraught with obstacles. The soundtrack has a palette of solo piano, violin, cello. I actually want to see the movie, too, because I like a good Western.
Yeah. That sounds interesting. What's the name of the movie again?
It's The Dead Don't Hurt.
The Dead Don't Hurt.
I don't know when the movie is coming out. The soundtrack came out. It might be out, or it might be in theaters. May 31st, the soundtrack came out.
The Dead Don't Hurt. Got to look for it.
We've got the Twister soundtrack, which is the second Twister movie.
Yeah.
All these years later, July 19th. And then I have some new stuff I've been listening to. This one, Charlie XCX. It's a girl, British. She sounds like you'd think she'd sound like. Very kind of raunchy, kind of. A lot of her album covers she's half naked on, except this last one is just a lime green cover, and the album's called Brat, and it just says Brat in the middle. No picture of her, nothing. That came out June 7th. But it's a pretty awful album. Now, usually I talk about stuff that I like, but also, we like to tell you, if you like her, you like her. But I think it's a good album to listen to, if you're in a nightclub.
She's a stupid bitch that's going to wind up on a stripper pole if she doesn't get her act together.
What? Dr. Phil, Jesus, that was harsh.
It is. He lays it all out.
Wow. It's not entirely awful album. The key word sometimes, not all the time, is when I say it's a fun album. Yeah. That means it's not a great album. Yeah. But you can listen to it once and be like,
oh, this is interesting. So this album might be good, like if you're having a frat party and everybody's wasted, you could put it on.
Or a rave, or
okay.
Yeah. Background music.
Oh, they don't have frat parties anymore. Never mind.
Yeah. I think most of it's explicit.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but Bon Jovi.
Bon John Jovi. Yeah.
I'm not afraid of a punch.
So, we got... Bon Jovi has a new album out, believe it or not.
The Bon.
Yeah. It's called... I don't have it here, but I think it's called Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first of all, Bon Jovi tried to tour, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know if he tried to tour or he did have vocal cord surgery. So I have to say his voice does sound... I mean, he's not rocking out a lot. They're more mellow songs. But you know what I don't like? I don't like his voice. I don't like his voice.
Right.
I couldn't get past the second song. Okay, so the first song... I actually kind of like, I have to say. Maybe I have to give it more of a listen.
Yeah.
It's called Legendary. And it's about the relationship between him and his wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, he's been married to his wife over 30 years. They met, I think, in high school.
Yeah.
There's been some cruel things said online, of course, because his wife has aged, and Bon Jovi's aged. He's got white hair now.
Yeah.
But someone actually said his wife is not very attractive.
That can hurt.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a news article right now, and his hair is definitely white. I mean, it's not even gray.
Yeah.
I mean, it's glowing. It's glowing silver. And it's interesting that it's actually interesting that he's still in the news.
Yeah.
But you really shouldn't go after somebody's wife, right? I mean,
he's got a resurgence now because with the documentary. I think it's a 3-parter. Tim watched the documentary, said it was good.
Yeah.
I'd watch it because I like, even if I don't like the band, I like a good music documentary.
Yeah. It says he's been doing it all for 42 years. That's a long time. 16 studio
Doing
albums.
his wife?
I said doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've nothing against him as a person. I've seen many interviews.
That's why when you say you hate him, I correct you because on live, you know.
Okay, I hate Bon Jovi's music.
There you go.
Okay.
That sums it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he is a nice guy. I've scoured many interviews to get these sound bites, by the way. So I did my
I can
research.
take a punch.
I always say if you don't like someone, you got to do your research too to make sure that you really don't like them. But I do like him, but the music I don't. I have to say I've been getting in more country music, but I have this tendency to not listen to male country singers, but only female.
Mm-hmm.
And
Taylor Swift started out country.
Yeah. So there's an artist called Charlie Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with a Y, Charlie, and it's a girl. Her album's called Hummingbird. I think this just came out. But think like Carrie Underwood, but with more interesting lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
She's got some quirky songs on here that I don't know if you call them quirky, but just lyrically turning things around. Like there's a song called Heels Overhead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a guy who's cheating, maybe on her.
Yeah.
And here's the lyrics. She don't need a couple of drinks to let you take her home and tangle up your sheets.
Yeah.
Bet your head over heels because she's heels over head for you.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah, I'm picturing the heels.
Scandalous.
Which, heels over head makes sense because head over heels never made any sense because that's normal.
Yeah.
Like if I'm head over heels for something, your head over your heels is normal. So it's always been backwards for me. But I certainly can understand.
Well, if you trip, I think that's the head over heels. Maybe.
Right, but right now my head is over my heels.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here. So, but I certainly can understand the heels, up over the head.
Matt does wear heels sometimes. Doesn't like to talk about it. But.
Yeah. I have to tell you about the cross-dress beauty pageant. That's another day.
That's another day.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Carrie Underwood because it reminds me, there was a song, I don't know any Carrie Underwood except this one song that was played all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about taking keys and scratching the guy's brand new truck.
Mm.
So that kind of reminded me, I think, with this song. And then we have Maya Hawke, Chaos Angels, third album since 2020. Now, who is Maya Hawke?
I do not know.
She is the daughter of Ethan Hawke. She's recently in a horror movie that I like, The Black Phone. Uma Thurman is her mother.
Yeah.
And she was on Stranger Things, too. The song Missing Out, check that out. It's about being born famous or being born to famous parents. And a couple poignant lines in a song. But I was born with my foot in the door and my mind in the gutter and my guts on the floor. I love this. I've been someone to talk about. I want to be someone to talk to.
Wow, that is powerful. Yeah. Yeah, because even from a baby or toddler, people will be talking about her.
Yeah.
Oh, look, she's so cute. Yeah.
There's a song called Okay, very slow, somber. But what got me was the drum beat. Mm-hmm. It's a slow, steady beat, but the last beat, I mean, you know more about drumming than I do. The last, I say measure. I don't know if you call it a measure. Mm-hmm. It sounds like silverware hitting a plate.
Wow. Yeah.
Not a cymbal. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've got Hang In There. That's another song about a man who is abusing his girlfriend so much that she's used to it,
Mm-hmm.
Just a beautifully written song. And something that I come up with these words just to kind of describe because, some people say you can't really talk about music.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy.
So I'm calling this staircase vocals.
Okay.
Where you start with one note and go down like two or three, but all in a row, like quickly.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this song. She has a good, pleasant voice. It's a nice album to listen to.
Yeah. That's interesting. I have to check that out. Maya Hawke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is the Hawke have an E on it?
Yes.
Hawke.
Yes.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
Halsey has a new single.
Yeah.
Came out June 4th. It's a very sad song. Minimal guitar. And it's about her personal health problems she's been going through. Mm-hmm. She has EDS, which my wife has, which is a connective tissue disorder. It was just announced a couple of days ago that she has lupus.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not hear.
And this song is there were only 2 songs that make me like tear up, and this is the 3rd one now.
Yeah.
But Funeral, Phoebe Bridgers, and believe it or not, Shallow.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about Eminem, and then lastly, let's see.
Is it Martin Mathers or Marvin? It's Marvin Mathers. I think Eminem's birth name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin.
Not Michael.
It's either Martin or Marvin. Yeah. Have to check that out.
Wait, I think it's Mitchell. Mitchell?
No.
Okay. So Crowded House, remember them?
Oh, yeah. From mid 80s.
Yeah.
I think. Late 80s.
They have a new album out called Gravity Stairs. This just came out. Now, how many albums do you think Crowded House would have by this point?
5.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like 20. This is their 8th album.
8th album. Okay, yeah.
They'll never catch up to Pat Metheny or Willie Nelson.
55. Wait.
Yeah.
Let's see. One of them was 55. Yeah.
Willie Nelson has 70 some albums.
It's unbelievable.
Now, I love the album cover for Crowded House. It's a line drawing of the 5 members of the band in the style of the Beatles' Revolver cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the cover was drawn by the bass player, Nick Seymour. And I found out a little link to the Beatles is that the Beatles album cover was drawn by another bass man, not to do with Crowded House, but his name was Klaus Vormann. He was the bass player for 3 years with Manfred Mann.
Yeah.
And he played bass on Carly Simon's You're So Vain.
Wow.
He drew the Revolver album cover.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, Crowded House, they're doing a full tour. Closest to us is Atlantic City, September 7th. I like Crowded House, but I don't know if I could see him.
Yeah.
I even forget the hit song.
Something So Strong.
And something, it's over. Something So Strong.
Yeah, and then Don't Dream It's Over.
Don't Dream It's Over.
Yeah. Good solid songs. Yeah.
So check out, the one song I love on this album is called The How. It's great vocals, great harmonies on this song. And Some Greater Plan for Claire, it's called. Now I got one more, and it's Billie Eilish.
Okay, yeah.
Hit Me Hard and Soft. This was released May 17th. Now I ordered the CD. I don't have the vinyl, and it was this paint splatter. It's not on the cover, but there's an insert inside. You know, it's the size of the CD cover, a card with the same artwork for the cover. But apparently they laid all these out. I don't know how many there were, and Billie Eilish took paint and just flung it all over. So each one is different.
Wow. And
there's a video of her doing this, and then she does a handstand. Someone's like, "Oh, I hope I get one with her handprint."
Yeah,
but I don't know if there are. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is unique.
And I've heard of people doing this before.
Yeah,
just to make it unique and like, not that she signed it or anything, but it had something to do with the creation of it.
Right. I've always respected her for her innovation and doing things that others haven't done before. Yeah, not so much a fan of her music as soon as that got out there, but yeah, she's always innovative in those ways.
Yeah, I have her first 2 albums on vinyl, and I just love her brother Phineas. He does the music.
Yeah,
and like I'm not really into the electronic music, but I don't know, something about. And a lot of people say she mumbles, and
her style is her style, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and she brings it together with her brother.
Yeah. So the album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200. All 10 songs from the album debuted in the top 40.
Wow.
And
that's success, huh? Yeah.
Well, the only other person recently is Taylor Swift, who had like all 12 songs 1 to 12. The charts.
I read something about it, yeah.
So these aren't
That's
1
wild.
to 12.
Yeah.
Top song is Lunch, it's called. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. That was at number 5. This is a couple weeks ago. This is a little different, I think. Now this is, and you'll appreciate this because this is the first Billie Eilish album to feature a real drummer.
Yeah. Okay, that's different.
Andrew Marshall. He's their touring drummer. He's on the entire album.
Cool.
Now, Lunch, there's a video for this song. It looks like an old school 80s video. It's just her in a white room and just playing to the camera. Just moving around. And now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this song because it's not about food.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm thinking...
And after I listened to this song a couple times, I'm like, this song grew on me.
Yeah.
Even though the subject...
I'm definitely going to be checking it out already.
So here's a comment on YouTube. At Victor Wilburn 8588. Shout out to Victor.
Yeah.
Katy Perry. This is as if Katy Perry sang this. I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. That was her song.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish, Hold My Beer. I don't even think I can describe what she's talking about.
Yeah.
But it has to do with another girl.
Yeah.
And it's not kissing her on the mouth.
Yes.
Let me just say.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's one of the songs you hear for the first time, like, what the hell is this? But I kept hearing the song, and I liked the song, you know?
Yeah.
There's some dreamy type songs like Chihiro, Blue, and Skinny. There's a lot of short titles on there. And some of the songs are a little shocking in that it doesn't sound like what you expect Billie Eilish to sound like. Birds of a Feather, Diner. You can actually, I say make out the words, which you can make out. But I really think some of these songs on here really show her vocal range and that she can actually really
That's good.
Get out of her that one tone drone.
It'll be interesting to hear if the live drums, if subconsciously that is bringing, something different to the table, something a better feel. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. For sure, yeah. The drummer? The drummer was the touring drummer. Yeah, and then he plays on this album. Yeah,
Andrew Marshall.
Andrew Marshall,
not Marshall Mathers.
Yes,
or whatever it is.
It is Marshall. You got it.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers.
I think it was Martin, and it's Marshall. Yeah. Marshall Mathers.
Marshall, like Marshall Crenshaw.
Marshall. Say it.
I don't hear that name a lot.
Marshall. Yeah, maybe it isn't Marshall. Yeah, I got to look it up.
Okay, we got a couple more things, and then we're going to wrap it up.
I've got one album that's not out yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we saw this fine man and his fine band up in New Hampshire last year. We all love Amos Lee.
Oh, yeah.
His upcoming August release, this August, Transmissions. 2 singles are out, Beautiful Day and Hold On Tight. And listened to him again this morning, just
not to be confused with U2. Beautiful Day.
That's right. If you ask for Beautiful Day, it needs... Do you know there's another one out too? I said Beautiful Day to Alexa, and she gave me something that was not Amos Lee or U2.
Well, that's one thing.
I thought that was interesting.
It, you can have... I don't think you can have the same band name. It depends on how famous you are.
Yeah.
But you can have the same songs. You can have same movie titles.
Yeah.
I remember there's this movie came out called The Unseen, and you wouldn't believe how many movies are called The Unseen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I just listened to that one song. No, I did listen to both of them. But Beautiful Day, I don't know, for some reason when it started, I thought it sounds like the Kinks' Lola.
It is that tempo.
So, yeah.
But our man... Amos Lee, during COVID, he would do Thursdays live on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I knew sometimes that you were tuning in, you knew sometimes I was tuning in. And the camaraderie among people who were on there commenting and listening, it was a social media type event, every Thursday. Amos has a way, if you're not turned on to Amos, who was born Ryan Massaro, by the way, some of you don't know that, which I think, and I have to say again, is an excellent stage name. Your name is Massaro.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ryan Massaro.
A lot of his songs are sad. It just plays in Massaro. I mean, come on. But he changed it to Amos Lee. His intentions, and again, are even more clear on this album. His intentions are to comfort people, to help people. He has a whole He has a whole album dedicated just to people, songs for people who are dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So anyway, Beautiful Day. It is a mellow song, like you said, Lola, tempo. I want to read the first verse. Woke up this morning with a bear inside my brain, scratching and crawling, trying to get out of its cage. There ain't no taming it. There ain't no blaming it for its animal ways. I let him out to play. Yeah. So, that thing that's within you, that animal in its cage, can't tame it. Not going to blame it for being an animal. Yeah. Your ways, your animalistic ways. Don't blame it. Get rid of the blame, and I'm going to let it out to play.
It's no Neil Diamond, but we'd be talking about a different animal.
Is that a bear in your breath, or you're just glad to see me?
So next up, we have a new segment, New in Music Video. Okay. I found, so I peruse YouTube, almost like Matt peruses TikTok and, 2 hours go by. But
3.
One thing leads to another.
4.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, who's an actress.
Yeah.
She's also apparently a singer. There's a video of her doing the song Islands in the Stream. And I didn't realize this. She's on a show that I watched, 9/11, and I must have been on my phone when we were watching this or something. Because,
it's probably 911.
Yeah, 911.
Yeah.
Now this song is heard in the background on season 7, episode 6, when her character Maddie gets married to his name. I love this because her husband plays. His name is, and I didn't even catch this. We've been watching this for 7 seasons. And I always thought his name was Chimley or something. It's Chimney. He's a firefighter. They call him Chimney.
Chimney.
Howie Chimney Hahn, played by Kenneth Cho. But she delivers a special acoustic performance. Of course, the song was Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. I think there's a guy playing a piano, and she's singing. So this is, you can go on YouTube and watch this. And she had the idea to perform the song as a wedding gift to her show husband.
Yeah.
I don't know if she recorded this.
Cool.
I don't think she's singing live. I think it is recorded.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Love Hewitt.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And then I got one more. I only have 2 here. Van Halen, I love, David Lee Roth years. I'm starting to like Sammy Hagar more now.
In the mid 70s, my brother had the first album, second, yeah, all that, yeah, way back.
A little off subject here, but Sammy Hagar recently, he's got this tour going on, doing some Van Halen songs. I don't know if he's doing any of David Lee Roth Van Halen, and also his own songs. He's had a good solo career. So someone's in the back seat of this car. He's driving a red because he's known as the Red Rocker, Ferrari.
Wow.
And he's like, I think he's going to crash the car. I think it's his wife in the back seat, but he's also with Michael Anthony, who was the bass player for Van Halen. So Michael Anthony's in the passenger seat, and he's speeding. He's talking about, driving too fast. He pulls off this exit, and I think he's just going too fast.
Well, the whole I can't drive 55.
Well, this is the thing.
Oh, okay.
And you can hear the engine rev. And him and Michael Anthony start singing, I can't drive. It's live. 55. I'm like, this is great. So anyway,
that's awesome.
So there's a video. It's remastered video of Van Halen performing Pound Cake, which is Sammy Hagar.
Okay. Live
at the West End Marketplace in Dallas, Texas. This is in 91. Now, it goes along with, so there's an album called, now I'm not familiar with a lot of the Van Halen with Sammy Hagar albums.
Yeah, I just know some songs. I never bought
I know
albums.
5150, OU812, because I remember those titles. But for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, and I think this one has the 2 kids that are joined on the cover.
Oh, wow.
This is the expanded edition they're coming out with for you Van Halen fans. And this kind of goes with it because this song is off that album. It includes a recently remastered original album plus a previously unreleased live show, which is this show from December 4th, 91. And it has alternative takes. Song Right Now. I remember that song.
Oh, yeah.
The Dream Is Over. Not The Crowded House. Whatever that was.
That's Don't Dream It.
Don't Dream It.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, the expanded edition format includes 2 LPs with a Van Halen logo etching on side 4, 2 CDs, and a Blu-ray featuring the live performance.
Cool.
Along with official music videos for Pound Cake, Run Around, Right Now, on Top of the World. This will be released July 12th. And the expanded edition, which is the 2 LP, 2 CD Blu-ray, plus 7-inch single bundle, is $149.
Wow. For the fans.
Yeah. And then there's another edition, which is just the 2 LP, 2 CD Blu-ray is $99.98. And you can pre-order this at Rhino Records. They've been around a while.
Yeah, they have.
Okay, so that's was new in music video.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. Good stuff.
We've got a quick segment, which we're bringing back because we don't do this all the time because it's what's in Rob's vinyl pile.
What is in that pile on the floor?
And it takes me a while to listen.
Get a while for the pile.
I've got appropriately 7 albums, and we're going to go over there now.
What is in that pile, my man? You've got 7 for us.
Okay, now...
Is that Gilda Radner?
No.
Oh.
Now, I pull these from my collection that I'm going to listen to, and I do clean these. I haven't cleaned them yet.
Nothing dirty here.
So first we have Donna Summer.
Oh, okay. It's
Live.
not Gilda Radner. It looked like it from across the...
Live and More.
Oh, let me see that. Oh, I get to hold it.
That came from Tim's father's collection. His father,
cool.
Gary.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. It's a full spread here.
Tim's father passed away a couple of years ago, and I was over Tim's house, and he's like, "Oh, take what you want." So,
Oh, it's a double album, huh? Yeah. Whoops. Oh, what the heck?
oh, you broke it.
I think I might have broke. Does vinyl break that easily?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Then we got Stevie Nicks' Belladonna.
Yeah.
I just got this one recently. So we have, or you can.
You bought it
can you
used?
see the songs on
You
there?
got it used, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we got Belladonna, the song. Stop Dragging My Heart Around is on
Yeah,
this.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Edge of 17, which everyone knows.
I think the anniversary's coming up.
Oh, and classic Leather and Lace. Beautiful. Oh, yes. The cover has her standing in this, looks like about 8-inch high heels. I don't know if they can get any taller than that. And a flowing, silky white dress holding the white... I was going to say dove, but it looks like a white parrot. It's the shape of a parrot. It's the shape of a parrot. Check it out.
Yeah.
That's a parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone painted a parrot white.
Yeah. Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Now this July 27th, 81, that's when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I probably got it because I'm in a vinyl group, the Other Vinyl Collectors group, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And people post what they're listening to. I'm like, oh, I don't have that album.
Yeah, so it does say on the back here expressly that Stop Dragging My Heart Around and Outside the Rain was produced by Tom Petty.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wait, was he? He sang on the song. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's...
Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Yeah, that's...
She did another song with him, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet.
I just read recently, and I heard this before, is that she said if she was asked, I don't know what time period this is, if she was asked to join the Heartbreakers, she would have.
And
that would have been interesting.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got there?
This is a weird one. Humble Pie.
Yeah.
Thunderbox. I probably got this because of the title.
Thunderbox.
There's some half-naked people in the back.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just see a keyhole. It's a keyhole in the front.
Yeah, there's a die-cut keyhole.
Yeah.
Thunderbox.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, this is back when the men liked to look like women. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, it is a woman. Is that a woman?
I don't think Frampton's on that.
Yeah. Humble Pie.
Is Frampton on that one?
I'm looking.
I was thinking Thunder Mug. I don't know where that came from.
So, interesting song titles. Groovin' with Jesus.
Yeah?
Yeah. Wait, but then there's Rally with Allie. Rally with Allie, Grooving with Jesus. Don't
Isn't
worry.
a song Thunderbox?
No, come on. Don't worry, be happy. Come on, I swear.
What?
Don't worry, be happy. This starts out the
I wonder
second
if it
side.
we're gonna have to listen to that and see if it's the same.
99 pounds. Oh la di la.
Obla di bla da.
No, it's Oh la di la.
Okay, that's the 7th album.
Okay, and it's on A&M Records.
Yeah, I don't think Frampton. Oh, Steve Marriott.
And it's 1974. Don't worry, be happy. Well, look at that.
Guest Mel Collins on horns.
Okay, what do you got next for us?
We've got, I love this since it came out, Baby Lestrange by Heart.
Yes.
The title song, we've got Even It Up. Love that song.
Now, I would have listened to this when I came over to your house back in '79.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have had this album. And Heart, Baby Lestrange.
Yeah, what year was that?
And this is 1980. Yeah, so I did not listen to it in '79.
Yeah.
I was just guessing I was a
I
year
was like
off.
14.
Yeah, Down on Me. What are they talking about?
Don't get down, don't bring me down, maybe.
Even It Up.
Yeah.
Even It Up.
I had that on cassette.
Yeah.
No, I think I like the album cover too, because their hair looks spectacular.
I'm just looking at, I was looking at the guys.
Yeah.
Their hair looks spectacular.
It just got perms.
A little salt and pepper there, a little black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking the transition time, in 1980, just from the hard rock to the punk and new wave.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just, it's just this time where they're rocking it really hard, even up, into 1980.
Yeah.
Thinking that it's some good stuff. Even It Up.
Then the next one I have in my pile is ABBA Arrival.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know if I might have got this from Tim's dad.
Mm-hmm.
When I Kissed the Teacher. That's a good song. I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen's on here.
Mm-hmm.
Dum Dum Diddle. I don't know. Money, Money, Money. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Oh,
there's a lot of good
yes,
songs on this. They are. You can describe.
They are in a. They are all seated in a helicopter, and it's a kind with a big glass dome. So it's a sightseeing helicopter, and just from the front, all you see is glass. If it was made today, I would say it's not really a helicopter; it's just AI generated.
Yeah. No, it's an actual helicopter.
Yeah, and they're looking pretty serious in there. They're, so maybe it's a long photo shoot. This looks like a long photo shoot day.
So what's great is, my wife and I, and my son have been to Sweden twice. Mm-hmm. There's an ABBA museum, which I've talked about, and they've kept everything. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, they kept the helicopter. The helicopter,
on the back.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know if it's the full with the tail, or if it's just, but you.
It's a small helicopter in the photo here.
I have a picture of my wife and I in the helicopter.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. Yeah.
And it's just one admission, and there's some interactive stuff. Mm-hmm. It's you don't pay extra for.
Yeah, so this was recorded in 1976, the bicentennial year for our U.S. Yeah, very interesting. And I wouldn't even thought it was a real helicopter, because it's so much glass above and below.
Now, one band that Tim's father, Gary, liked was The Ventures.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
Which I think are mostly instrumental, but they had cool album covers. That one has... What's it called?
It's called Wild Things.
Wild Things.
Yeah, and there's The Ventures. As I hold this in my hand, it feels like it's a century old. I mean, we're talking...
That's why I have to clean.
Yeah. Wild Things, The Ventures. Yeah. Do you know, I've never held anything like this in my hand. Oh, wow, that's the dirtiest album I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Are these fingerprints from Tim's dad?
I don't know.
Wow. I'm looking for a year, and I'm not finding it. Look how dirty that vinyl is. My God.
What the?
You can even play that? Oh, look.
I have the, what's it called? The Spin-O-Matic.
Yeah. So
believe it or not, it will clean. I've gotten skips out of albums.
Oh, that is a grease fingerprint right there.
He was listening to this while working on a car.
Yeah. So this takes us way back to when on the vinyl insert, mm-hmm. where sometimes there'd be lyrics and pictures. It's ads.
Other albums.
Ads for other albums.
Yeah.
It is literally ads for other albums. Yeah. And I still cannot get a year out of this thing.
So this is what's great about vinyl, is that compared to streaming, you don't get all this. I wish there was a way to where you could go to the streaming service and bring up, you can bring up lyrics.
Yeah.
But it's not like touching an album and putting it on.
I just want to read
like a greasy album.
No, I got to read the song titles from the Ventures. Okay, Wild Thing, Fuzzy and Wild, Sweet Pea, Wild and Woolly.
The Amos Lee song, Sweet Pea.
Literally 3 songs in a row having the word wild in the title. Okay. Summer in the City. Surprised it's not Hot Child in the City. Yeah. The Pied Piper. Wild Trip. I swear to God.
Yeah.
There's 4
that's why they named it.
Yeah.
Wild, what's it called? Wild Things?
Yeah. Okay. It's Wild Things. So yeah, they are Hanky Panky, Wildcat, How Now Wild Cow. It's great. Yeah. And I'm still not getting
and we don't know who the 3 women are on the cover.
Yeah.
They could be just models that they got. They look like beatnik.
Yeah. What's your guess on the year with the Ventures?
It's 60s.
Yeah, it's 60s. It's mid-60s, yeah. Which means it's as old as us.
I think they had a lot of albums out.
Okay, we got to check out the Ventures.
Yeah.
All right, you got one more?
Yeah, and this is one Matt did not believe existed or was making up.
Oh, no.
Jackson Browne, Lawyers in Love. Wasn't it you? Maybe it was Jeremy.
I think it was Jeremy. That doesn't.
Great cover.
Lawyers in Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a Mercedes-Benz. It's a 2-door. Looks like a and it is half submerged, floating through the bay. That's a Twin Towers over there or not?
Yeah.
It might be the Chrysler Building and the Twin Towers. And he has an oar and he's rowing. He's up in the sunroof and he is rowing.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating. This is Jackson Browne.
Looks like it might be New York.
Yeah, it's Jackson Browne. So on the back we have nice bold pictures of each person. Great songs. Tender as the Night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Lawyers in Love. Well, Rob.
So that's what's in my pile.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing what's in your pile.
Yeah.
We got one more thing to send off.
Yeah, we're going to end this with another Give It a Listen. Mm-hmm. We have another song for you, and which will take us out.
From the old music, from this thing, from the mid-'60s
this is brand new.
Brand new, cutting-edge stuff.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
So we have another band to introduce you to, and they're called Halflives.
Mm-hmm.
They're based in Paris, France. They're originally from Modena, Italy. They're considered alternative rock band, but I think they have somewhat of an edge to them. They're not hard rock or metal. I say edgy rock.
Mm-hmm.
After releasing their debut 8-track, and not 8-track like you think, 8-song record, Empty Rooms in 2017, they toured Europe and UK supporting Courage My Love. I don't know that band. They headlined in 2018 several tours in mainland Europe and the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And they released the singles Crown and Fugitive. Members are lead vocals, piano, keyboards, and guitar, Linda Badalani, who I was in contact with, and she actually gave us permission. I'm going to talk about the song we're going to play. There's also Gloria Simonini on drums since 2022, and bass player Enrico Tosti. And Linda gave us permission to play their newest single, Everybody Knows It.
All right.
It's released on May 3rd. So we thank everybody for listening today.
Yes, thank you.
And hopefully you had a good laugh like we try to do. You can email us at nogoodmusicpodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you want to help us with the podcast, we do have, it's not really free for us to do this sometimes, with Zoom that we pay, and also Podbean.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to kind of help us out, we do have a merch store. Go to TeePublic. I think it's I should know this, /users/nogoodmusic.
Mm-hmm.
We've got shirts and phone cases. There's different designs I've come up with other than our normal No Good Music design. So check that out. That helps us a little bit. So again, look up the band Halflives. That's one word. And we're going to let them take us out today with Everybody Knows It. And remember, turn off that TV.
And turn up the music.
I want to turn back time, 'cause life was much better when I was 9. How can you sleep at night When everybody knows it, everybody knows it. Don't wanna see the apocalypse. We hide behind our fingertips. I know, you know, we know, yeah. Everybody knows it, everybody knows it. La 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 la, la 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 la. Sing it. La 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 la, la 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 la. You gotta hear it now. The world is burning down. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. We're all gonna drown. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
You've been listening to No Good Music, Exit Music by the band 99%. Today's show is produced and edited by Rob J. Lilly and recorded at the Did You Say 7 Studios in Washington, New Jersey. You can find No Good Music on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Pandora, and almost anywhere you listen to podcasts.